All right, Gold member. Don't play the laughing boy. There are only two things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
What?
Can't stand the Dutch, man. I can't stand the Dutch. The Dutch suck. I'm just going to put it out there. The Dutch suck. And I'm sorry to anyone who is Dutch, but you suck. You know, anyone who is from Holland sucks. That includes Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk also fucking sucks. Cody Gakpo, Dutch, he fucking sucks. Jeremy Frimpong, we're going to give him a pass. We're going to give Frimpong a pass. You know, we're going to give Frimpong a pass. Frimpong is no longer Dutch. Frimpong, congratulations, you're not Dutch. Gravenberch, close. Very, very, very close. Very close. On the precipice of being Dutch. On the precipice of being Dutch. Gravenberch is on the precipice. Listen, there's a lot of rumblings going on right now. Obviously, the result at the weekend wasn't ideal, to say the least. You know, wasn't ideal. Losing 3-2 to Bournemouth away off of a 97th minute winner in a game that we shouldn't have even been drawing. You know, not the greatest thing. Just going to put that out there. Not the best. Not the best. But what is great is that no one can run with this unbeaten run anymore. Cheers to that, my friend. 13 games unbeaten, you say? Suck a fat bag of dicks. That's what I say. Delicious. It's delicious. It's delicious. It really is good coffee, I must say. Regardless, we can no longer go along with this bullshit. Oh, Liverpool are unbeaten. I had to every fucking game. At the beginning of every fucking game, I had to hear some stupid bitch-ass fucking commentator blow smoke up my ass about how we haven't lost. Oh, Liverpool have turned things around. It looks like Arne Slot is trying to figure stuff out. Bro, we played like ass for all 13 of those games. The only game that we were even half decent was Marseille. And to be honest with you, I know that the issue is that we're at a time where if we even play good, people are they're so starving. They're so starving that they will refuse to hear any critique of the good performance. If you look at that Marseille game, I can't tell you how Marseille set up. Like, and it's not like people were talking about our man-to-man press. I'm like, yes, we pressed man-to-man in moments, but for the large majority of that game, we sat off and we let Marseille have the ball, and Marseille didn't know what to do when their center backs weren't being pressed. They had no game plan to bypass our press. They didn't try to play long ball. They played very poorly ball to feet. They never went for it. Their attack was basically try to get Greenwood open and let Greenwood run. He never got open, and he never really ran. And if you look at our goals, it was one own goal, one stoppage time finish from Cody Gakpo off a counterattack, and a Szoboszlai free kick under a wall. Like, come on, guys. Come on. I don't want to revise too much about that game. At the end of the day, a lot of us sat here in October and we said, hey, you know what? I can see the future. I can predict what's going to happen with this team. Obviously, we're not going to lose every game from now until the end of the season, but the divide between us and Arsenal is just going to get further. And we're going to very, very, very slowly fall into a race for fifth place. That's exactly what happened. And the funny thing is that an ignorant mustached man from Los Angeles, California, was able to see this before the people getting paid millions of fucking dollars to do it. It's January 26th, and I have 3 center backs. We haven't made any signings. Haven't signed. I mean, like, at the bare minimum, you would have thought the club is going to go out and buy a center back or loan a center back. Get anyone. And in that time, in January, I have lost another defender. I had 3 center backs going into January, 2 right backs and 2 left backs. I now have 2 left backs, 3 center backs, and 1 right back. And I'm still not going to buy. I was already a man short, and I've added another man short, and I'm still not going to fucking buy a defender. Fuck Adam Wharton. Fuck Semenyo. We were never going to go for Gahey in January. And big up to Mark Gahey, making a business decision like a businessman. My supposed captain is looking like an absolute buffoon, twerking, letting in goals, not fucking defending. Joe Gomez has turned into my best defensive player. What are the fucking odds of that? I wonder what the Kalshi preseason odds were for Joe Gomez to be the player of the season before the season started. And now I got all these rivals trying to tell me what's wrong with Liverpool. I'm now seeing Liverpool fans lose their heads and start talking about, we got a lot of squad building to do. We got a lot of missing pieces. You know, our squad just isn't balanced. We don't have a balanced squad. We don't have the right players. So many fucking excuses. So many excuses to avoid the fact that you're being run by a bald fucking cunt. So many excuses to ignore the fact that Arne Slot is the worst coach in Europe. I said this in October. He is the worst coach in Europe. And he is. He's proving that. Manchester United have become... What's fucking hilarious is that United is now the model for Liverpool. Look at what happens when you sack an incompetent fucking moron and you bring in someone who will put players in the position to win. They beat City. They beat Arsenal. Need I say more? Fucking United. And big up to United. And Hussam, why the fuck were you rooting for Arsenal yesterday? Fuck Arsenal. Arsenal suck. Fuck their fans. Big up United for getting a massive win away. Big up to Ice-T. Why are you sending me money? Bro, I don't need money, but I thank you very much for your donation. FSG has been too worried about diversifying their assets with the Pittsburgh Penguins, so they were like, nah, we shouldn't buy anyone in January. I don't know about that. That's a lot of speculation, but that is your opinion. And of course, you paid money, so because you paid money, I respect your opinion. Big up. I only respect his opinion because he paid money for me to do so. Let it be known, chat. Let it be known I only respect his opinion because he paid me money. $5 nonetheless, which, let's be real, in this economy, it's like handing me a fucking roll of toilet paper, but big up to you. Yeah. I hear you, brother. But no, in all seriousness, big up Ice-T. Big up Ice-T. But listen. What's happening right now should be no surprise. Arnie didn't fix anything. During this unbeaten run, when we started to show performances, Arnie didn't fix anything. In fact, the offensive output got worse. We just conceded less. So we lost an element to get draws. But we still look terrible. And to be honest with you, even during that unbeaten run, we were lucky. We were lucky that certain teams were not clinical. We were lucky that Sunderland kicked the ball directly into fucking Federico Chiesa at the goal line. We were lucky that Brighton missed an open net. We were lucky. Fuck that guy. I'm not listening to other people. I don't watch YouTube anymore. I'm so tired of hearing people on YouTube because ain't nobody have their fucking head screwed on tight. No one. Everyone is just excuse, excuse, excuse. In this spell of Liverpool, one thing that I have learned is that when the going gets rough, a lot of people lose their mind. I'm not trying to act like I am superior to anybody, but at the end of the day, if I'm shit at something, I will say, hey, I'm not fucking good. You know, I'm happy to admit that. I'm happy to say I'm ass. I fucking suck dick. And you know, over the last fucking 3 months, a lot of people just have refused to say we suck dick. It's just been a laundry list of excuses to avoid saying we suck dick. We suck. I know that you're lying, Nems, and I'm not buying it. We're just not good as a team. The way that we set up is not functional. The way that we press doesn't really make sense and it's not consistent. The way that we defend doesn't really make sense and it's not consistent. The way that we build up play doesn't make sense. It's not consistent. It's slow. The way that we utilize our fullbacks hasn't even been consistent from the beginning of the season. The way that we utilize our wingers makes no sense. The way that we tried to play Alexander Isak didn't benefit Alexander Isak. Well, that was last season. Last season we didn't suck. We sucked in the second half of last season, but no one could challenge us. We were not good in the second half of last season. Guys, we lost 3-2 away to Fulham before we won the league at Tottenham, and we won the league with 5 games to go. We drew to fucking Everton, and then we barely beat them at home. We were not good in the second half of last year. We had no one chasing us. That was last season. Guys, things can change in an instant in football. Now, an instant is really 5 months, but like we changed in those 5 months. Everything at the club is sour. The mentality of the players is sour. The tactics, sour. The finishing, sour. The defending, sour. Individual errors, sour. Top to bottom, it is a cancer. I said, the analogy that I used was we are in stage 1. In October, I said, this is stage 1. The doctor has come to you. They ran an MRI. They did an X-ray. They said, sir, we found a mass. It looks malignant. We believe it will spread to your vital organs. Would you like to operate? And the response from the fan base was, no, my name is Steve Jobs. I'm going to drink kombucha for the next 9 months and cure this tumor on my own. Well, guess what? 5 months later, you're dead. Big up. Big up. I hope that kombucha served you well. Had a bunch of fucking Twitter doctors telling us that if we just took ivermectin, the tumor would dissipate. Well, now it's stage 4 terminal. You're fucked, big guy. Of course, that would be Arne Slot. Now, the cure right now, we can cure it by getting rid of the manager. The reason why you can cure it is because, number one, we can make top 4. We just need another manager. We just need someone else because he can't do it. So already right there, you can cure the Premier League. The cure to the Premier League is top 4. Another manager can do it. Number 2, you're not even close to being out of the Champions League. You are already guaranteed on to the next round. You beat Karabag at home. Guess what? You're in the top 8. So now you're already into the round of 16. That's in 5 weeks. So if you sacked Arne Slot today, you got 5 fucking weeks until you're in the knockout phase of the Champions League. A lot can happen in 5 weeks. A lot of positivity. Look at United. A lot of positivity in fucking 2 weeks. So things can turn around like that. We can cure this. Nems, look at that hairline. Yeah, baby. Fuck you, bitch. I got a thick ass head of hair. We can cure this 100%. Hold on. I got to fix my hairline under my hat. We can cure this. But the cure is to sack Arne Slot. And now my aim is on Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. I believe that the gross negligence and the incompetence is terms for termination. We got to get rid of him. Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, for all the good that they did in this summer, they fucked it. They fucked it. You allowed this bald, incompetent cuck to stay because this fan base is going to deep throat him for bringing them a second Premier League title. This is a problem with this whole, like, trophy. The main excuse that people had fucking 3 months ago was, well, he won you your second Prem, so be grateful. He won me my second Prem, so be grateful. Well, my wife fucked me a week ago, but then I found her fucking another man today. Should I be grateful that she fucked me a week ago? Should I be grateful that my wife fucked me a week ago, even though she just fucked my neighbor today? Should I still be grateful that my wife fucked me a week ago, even though she fucked my neighbor today? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make, listen, that's a very poor analogy, but I'm tired, all right? It's early in the morning. I haven't been up very long. It's the same thing. Same thing. You made me $1 million last year, but you lost me $5 million this year. Should I be grateful that you made me $1 million last year? Should I? Should I ignore the 5 million this year because you made me $1 million last year? Guys, these players didn't wake up this season and just turn to shit. Players don't just wake up and say, today I am shit. You know, McAllister didn't just come into the season and go, today I am shit. Virgil van Dijk didn't show up and go, today I am shit. They didn't do that. Listen, I got news for you, brother. I have seen very few low blocks. I have seen very few true out and out low blocks against Liverpool this season. Very few. Aston Villa was one of those few. I have seen very few. Today I am shit. No, these players did not just fucking do that. They were molded into shit. They were molded into shit by the bald Dutch fucking cuck. I feel so vindicated in calling him Arnie Cuck. Oh, God. The guy is a fucking cuck. The guy is a cuck. But we got a lot of cucks in our team now. You know, Arne Slot's cuck mentality has now festered into the minds of my great players. Virgil van Dijk in that game was a cuck. Simple. Virgil van Dijk, cuck performance. Virgil van Dijk at the scene of the crime for 2 of their goals. Cuck. Absolute cuck. The fact, I mean, this motherfucker had the gall to blame the wind. Brother, clear the ball. Clear the ball. You're at the goal line. Get a single touch on the ball, and it goes out for a corner kick. You were being, what's the right word here? listen, I think that Arnie Slot is very arrogant. I think that winning the Premier League turned Arnie Slot into an egotistical, arrogant asshole. And I think that Slot believed that his shit didn't stink. When he took dumps, they smelt like flowers, right? When Arnie Slot took a shit, it smelt like bliss. You know, it smelt like Elysium. Arnie Slot takes a dump. He goes, I have done the world a favor. It now smells like roses. That was his mentality coming into the season. And it worked for the first 5 games. And then the world says, no, it smells like fucking shit. And we sucked massive cock for the next 12 games, losing 9 out of 12. And then the reality check hit. And the world said, Arnie, your shit literally stinks. And Arnie's like, no, I'm doing the world a service every time I take a dump. I am divinity. I am divine. I am beautiful. I am Arnie. I won you a Prem. Be grateful. And finish my coffee. But now guess what? That's infected the players. The players approach these games as if like they're playing no one. Like I look at the mentality of the first 10, 15 minutes in a lot of these Prem games, and it's almost like the players think that they don't have to try. Like Liverpool think they don't need to try to beat these teams. They think I don't need to make off-ball runs. We don't need to play in triangles. I don't have to move the ball with pace. These guys suck. I won the Prem. I have a massive cock. They're all pussies. That is how we approach games. And if they score first, it's holy shit. Maybe my dick isn't that big. I'm a pussy. I'm a cock. Uh-oh. Unless their name is Dominic Soboslai, in which he says, no, I'm hung like a horse. Watch me ride. Like, this is the way it is. People talk about our lack of a defensive midfielder. You didn't fucking talk about that last season when I was basically running a rotational 3/8 that all picked up for other guys. They all helped each other out. You didn't say that last year. No one sat here and said, we need a DM. Now, Mohamed Salah was there, and Salah was just performing magic. And the better argument is Slot didn't win me the Premier League. Mohamed Salah won me the Premier League, but that's a different argument that I don't really want to get into. And then Arnie Slot disrespected the guy that won him the Prem, but that's besides the point. We approach games as though we've already won them. I feel like we look down to our opponents, which is not a recipe for success. We don't take things seriously. We don't take games seriously. We don't take our opponents seriously. And then when they score, we look shocked as though they are capable of scoring. What? I didn't know that they could put the ball in the back of the net. What do you mean? Kind of how it feels. When we go a goal down, it looks like we're like, I had no idea that they knew how to score goals. Then, Slot will give all of his excuses. Well, in the last 25 games against shitty opponents, they played football. But then when they played us, they played a low block for 5 minutes, and it killed us. You're basically saying, I'm not good at my job, and it's not fair that they're able to change the way that they play. Help me. Daddy, please. It's essentially what he's saying. Just a laundry list of excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse every fucking game. Every day. I know. They didn't have fucking Antoine Semenyo because he was sold. They didn't have Tavernier, Kluivert, Brooks, or Adams. They hadn't won a game in Lord knows how long. And they deserved 6 points. Bournemouth deserved to win that game fucking 5-2. They were very wasteful. They were very wasteful. You know, we suck. So a lot of people got uber excited after Marseille. And I was trying to say, hey guys, let's calm it down. We did this after Villa and Madrid. Y'all went crazy, and then we lost 3-0 to City. Let's pipe it down. That's negative, man. Got a lot of pussies in this fan base that just don't want to look at reality. You know, a lot of bitches. A lot of pussies that don't want to hear the truth. The truth is that we haven't played football all year. We don't play football. We play ring around the rosy, and let's wait for someone to create an individual moment of brilliance. That's what we do. That's what we do. We loop the ball back and forth, we play super slow, and then we wait for one of the guys to say, you know what, my turn, and I'm going to make something happen. And it's bare bones, that is Liverpool football. It's not football. It's not a team game. It's keep the ball until one of you wants to do something, then go do something. That's it. That's our game plan. I don't expect any of our players to thrive in that. Like, a massive issue is that I can't even fairly judge some of these guys. I can't fairly judge Florian Wirtz. I can't fairly judge Dominic Szoboszlai. I can't judge Gravenberch or McAllister. I can't judge Salah. I can't really judge Ekitike. Even though Ekitike is doing good in this system, I still can't really judge him because we're not in a system. Cody Gakpo even. I'm like, Cody, you are shit, but you're also being put into 3v1s all the time. So, like, you're shit and you're being put in a position to die. I can't judge you. And I think that the individual mistakes that we're making are being bred because of the mentality and the lack of coaching. It is the lack of a game plan that leads to these mistakes. It is the lack of intent that leads to this lethargic play and these lethargic mistakes. Let's take a look at the game-winning goal. Watch this. All right. So Virgil van Dijk is right here, right? The largest guy in the whole fucking box is right here. Let's take a look what happens. The ball is here. Virgil's here. I want you to watch his effort to get this ball. Watch the ball. Now, I want you to notice just how hard he tries to head this ball. What the fuck is that? He doesn't even jump. He's looking for a foul. My captain in the 97th minute is looking for a foul on a player who's already being man-marked. Look at that fucking effort. This is utterly disgraceful. Curtis Jones is on him. He's quite literally 4 Liverpool players within 7 feet of him. 1, 2, 3 within 3 feet. And Virgil van Dijk tries to draw a foul like the bitch-made pussy that he is. And Bournemouth win the header. That is entirely on Virgil. Virgil van Dijk had probably his worst performance that I have ever seen in a Liverpool shirt. He is pathetic. He is a pathetic excuse for a captain. His mentality has turned into a pathetic excuse for a human being. His performances have been pathetic. He is a dog shit center back as of right now. Virgil van Dijk is fucking bang average. Bang fucking average. He is not good. He is not him. He is not who he was. I do believe that a large element of that has to do with Arne Slot. But Virgil van Dijk is a shadow of himself. He is atrocious as of right now. Pathetic. That attempt for the ball, pathetic. Didn't even deserve a point, but us losing that point is entirely on the shoulders of Virgil van Dijk. Let's take a look at the second goal we conceded, though. I want you to notice what happens. Watch the flow of play. So the ball right now is on the left-hand side of the pitch, right? Left-hand side of the pitch, about 20 yards into our half. Let's take a look at how this happens. Now, albeit, remember, Liverpool only have 10 men on the pitch because we haven't kicked the ball out of play for 7 minutes to get a fucking substitution on. What does that tell you? That tells you we don't respect Bournemouth and we think that their goal was a fluke. They can't score again. They're dog shit. Now, what happens because of the man advantage? Because Bournemouth has the man advantage, Dominic Szoboszlai has to track this runner because Dominic Szoboszlai now has to cover the space that the center back is supposed to be covering, which means that there's no midfielder to press him. Right now, we're sitting in almost like a 4-3-2, right? Because we don't have one man on the pitch. Because of this, Salah and Wirtz are the one who are supposed to be pressing, but I only have 2 guys pressing 4. They're going to be able to easily pass around me. Now, you would think, Cody Gakpo, your turn to step. Gakpo, go ahead, step. Open up the pass. I'd rather him go wide than down the middle. Gakpo, step. Szoboszlai has to track him because I don't have a center back. And look at how much space he eats. Guys, he just ran fucking 30 yards uncontested with the ball. And look at where Dominic Szoboszlai is, in the position that a center back would be. And then people wanted to try to blame Kerkez. Watch what Kerkez has to do. That's not on Kerkez, dude. That's a great ball. That's a great run. That's Liverpool down a man. That's a perfectly executed counter. Sorry, that's a perfectly executed attacking phase of play against the team with 10 men. And then, of course, a great finish. Just look at this. Kerkez is trying to track the runner. Szoboszlai had to track this guy because I'm down a center back. So, I mean, I don't know what the fuck McAllister is doing. I don't know why McAllister isn't closer here. Wirtz is, lazily tracking back. That's all because we only have 10 men on the pitch for 7 fucking minutes. That's coaching. That's coaching. No, Gravenberch was not nowhere. Gravenberch also had to drop back because we only had 10 men. Again, when you have 10 men on the pitch, there's going to be confusion. There's going to be guys that say, should I be dropping? Should you be going? I don't know what to do. We're down a man. We didn't deserve to be in that game anyway, and we were lucky to get it to 2-2. Bournemouth deserved to win. 100%. Like, unironically, this is absolute facts. Michael Carrick is a better manager than Arne Slot. In just 2 games, Michael Carrick has already proved that he has more ball knowledge than Arne Slot. Simple. In 2 games, Michael Carrick has proved I'm better than Slot. It doesn't take a lot to be better. I could be better than Arne Slot. You could be better than Arne Slot. You. All these fucking people with their negative connotations calling us couch warriors, couch managers. Who do you think you are? You didn't win the Prem. I have a massive issue with the cult-like mentality of this football club's fan base. A lot of our fans are very fickle. They're very emotional. They're not smart people. They're not smart people. They're not level-headed. They're not able to articulate their points either. They're not able to tell you why you're wrong. They sound a lot like liberals, you know? They sound a lot like the left in America. I tell them that, listen, it doesn't look like we have any sort of attacking system. We leave a donut hole in midfield. We can't defend transitions. We play slow and lethargically, and no one makes off-ball runs, right? And then the average Liverpool response is, "Shut up, you fascist. Shut up, you Nazi." That is the equivalent of what their response is. When they say Arne Slot won a Prem, you're a couch manager, go play fucking foot manager. That's basically them saying, you're a Nazi. You're just a fascist Nazi. You're Hitler. You're a Nazi. That's literally what they're saying. It is the same fucking thing. It is like to like. It is like to like. I'm telling you that it's raining outside, and you're telling me that Nazis are the one who makes it rain. Are you a Nazi? Like, that's what they're fucking saying. I'm telling you that you have cancer, and you're saying, why are you such a Nazi? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. A lot of people just don't have the ability to think for themselves or analyze for themselves or view the game for themselves. They just need to follow whatever the fucking cult says because they don't know what they're fucking talking about. There's also a lot of people who do have their heads screwed on right. There's a lot of people who have been hip to the fact that Arne Slot can't play ball. There's a lot of people who know what they're talking about, and big up to those people who have been preaching the truth since the very beginning. The reason why I know that they're fucking idiots is because they're trying to come up with excuses like this is poor squad building for Slot to work with. You're a fucking idiot. This is a poor team balance for Slot to work with. You're a fucking idiot. We could have signed anyone in January. It would not have fixed anything. Arne Slot is the problem. I will make a personal guarantee. I will make a personal guarantee to you. A personal guarantee. And if this fails, I will stop. I will cease to exist on YouTube if this fails. If Arne Slot is sacked, I guarantee you that in the very first game, you will see faster play. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. If Arne Slot got sacked, at the very minimum, you would see faster play. And because you saw faster play, we would look more dangerous. Now, it's not going to solve every problem. Not going to solve the leaky defense. It's not going to solve the press. But I guarantee you that if you brought in any other manager, we would create more opportunities because we would play faster and we would win more games because of that fact alone. I'm just like, I'm at a point now, I have no passion. I have no passion. I watch these games and I'm like, I'm deadpan. I had no reaction to either Bournemouth goal or either fucking Liverpool goal. I haven't reacted to a Liverpool goal in like 6 months. I have no real energy towards this team when I'm watching them. I don't feel anything. And I'm watching that fucking United game. And I'm watching United versus Arsenal. And I watch Matheus Cunha put that in the net. And I see the way that their fans go crazy. And I'm like, I haven't felt anything like this since Atletico Madrid. They've gone 4 months without celebrating. I don't have a desire to watch this fucking team. I don't have a desire to support this team because even when we do put in a good performance, I know that this isn't because this is not going to be sustainable. We're not going to be able to string together wins, string together performances. I'm already out of the fucking title race. Everything is overshadowed by that fucking doom cloud of Slot. At least if I had a different manager, I'd be like, you know what? I've accepted what I've lost, and now I'm looking forward. But as long as Arne Slot is here, we will only ever look back. The real problem is with Slot, we will only ever look backwards. In multiple senses. In sense number one, you're only going to look back in the sense that he won me a Prem, he deserves time. There you go. There's the first sense. Sense number two, every good performance and every change that he makes, you'll say, why didn't you make that earlier? This is a simple change. Boom, you're looking backwards. Every time you draw, you'll say, well, that's another draw. I'm looking back. Every time you lose, you'll say, that's another loss. I'm looking back. Every time you win, you'll say, well, fuck, if we only had won this, and this, I'd be in a much better position. You're looking backwards. If we were to sack Arne Slot and bring in anyone, you would only be able to look forward. You would say, the past is the past. He's no longer here. It's a new man. Forward. I can't look forward as long as he's here, which means I can't have passion. And because I can't have passion, I can't love the game. I don't love the game right now. I watched that United game and I was trying to think to myself of all the glory days of Liverpool and comebacks and mentality and great games. I haven't had that feeling in so long. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that a lot of fans out there are 100% the kind of people where if they're watching it by themselves, they're just sitting there. They're just like, oh, we scored. Hooray. I mean, Marseille, this is my reaction. Nice. Attaboy. Attaboy. That's my reaction. Sucks. It fucking sucks. It's terrible. It's terrible. The reason why I can't look forward is because every time I look forward with this manager, I think about the past. And when I think about the past, all I can think about is this.
No. We're completely fucked, completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
That's it. That's been the theme song this season. That's the new You'll Never Walk Alone. That's the new You'll Never Walk Alone. I got news for you, Sarbs. We're on pace to not even finish on 60 points. Before that loss, we had only won 54% of our games. Before that loss, we had only won 54% of games in the Premier League. We were on pace, if we only won 54% of our games for the rest of the season, to finish on 62 points. We've lost one. So now we're on pace to finish on 59. 59 points is not getting top 4 or top 5 or top 6 or top 7. So, I mean, like, it's not a reality. We're not making top 4. The only way, if Arne Slot stays, that we make Champions League is by winning the fucking Champions League. That's it. It's the only way. Oh, he should have been sacked in fucking October. He's a fucking asshole. And people have just been giving excuse after excuse after excuse. Oh, he doesn't have a proper DM. Oh, he doesn't have a ball playing center back. Oh, our fullbacks are not progressive passers. Oh, Ryan Gravenberch isn't great going forward. Oh, we're full of ball carriers. Oh, Florian Wirtz is not a 10. You know, you can't have a 10 in the Premier League. Oh, Alexander Isak is just isn't fit. Oh, Salah is just not up to it. Oh, Virgil van Dijk's just having an off season. All these fucking excuses, shove them up your ass, you fucking idiot. You're a fucking moron. You're giving excuses. All of which being not fucking true. You're a fucking asshole. The people who have said those exact talking points, fuck you. Except Jamie. Big up Jamie. Love Jamie. Jamie's the man. Big up Jamie Phillips. Jamie, you can do no wrong. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Big up Jamie. But everyone else who has said those words can suck a fat bag of dicks. Jamie is the only one who is exonerated. Everyone else can politely go fuck themselves. We don't have problems. We have weaknesses, but so does every fucking team. Dude, Superman has a fucking weakness. Superman is weak to kryptonite. Fucking Homelander has a weakness. He likes to suck on tits. He likes to drink baby milk from women. That's a weakness. Yes, they're fictitious characters, but they're supposed to be impenetrable. I'm not saying that we would be a perfect squad. I'm not saying that we wouldn't have issues. But these players were more than capable last season of being competitive, and they won a league. And all of a sudden, all of that's gone. Big up, Beijing. All of a sudden, that's gone. All of a sudden, Florian Wirtz looks like fucking Adam Lallana. Florian Wirtz looks like a fucking Temu version of himself. Salah is nowhere to be found. Ekitike, hot and cold. He's like Katy Perry. Cody Gakpo, literal pile of fucking dog shit. Virgil van Dijk, Lahu Zahir. This is all systemic. When every player looks like fucking ass, it's safe to say that this isn't a team. This isn't a system. They all fucking suck. Well, the problem is probably the manager. It's that fucking simple. Remove the cancer, become free. And you bring up a good point, Bajan. Slot's mentality has infected the players. The way that he approaches the game has infected the players. His excuse mentality has infected the players. If Jurgen Klopp lost that game to Bournemouth, Jurgen Klopp would come out in the post-game presser and say, the boys are not good enough. The boys are not good enough. Unacceptable to concede in that situation. Not good enough. The first goal, unacceptable. Not good enough. And these players wouldn't dare make a single fucking excuse. They'd say, we weren't good enough. But instead, I got Arne Slot teaching them all how to be cucks, right? I got Arne Slot infecting them with a cuck mentality. The next time someone ever gives a single fucking excuse for this bald, absolute cunt being at this football club, I want you to look them in the face and tell them this.
Would you mind loaning me some of your lipstick, Mom? Because I want to at least look pretty the next time you decide to f me.
That's simple. That's simple. That's your only response, because that's all you need to say, because they have nothing to stand on. Gakpo is dog shit, 100%. But Gakpo is also put in a position to fail. Two things can be true. Gakpo is asked to isolate himself on the wing and beat a 2v1 when he's not even a touchline winger. That's just not who he is. So 100%, bro. I would take Darwin in a heartbeat, and all the Darwin haters can suck a fat bag of dicks. You wish you had Darwin now, pussy. You wouldn't need another fucking striker, pussy. You know, I'm starting to look back and I'm thinking to myself, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, it was pretty fucking stupid to sell 9 fucking players who played a large majority of our games last season. Just gonna put that out there. Pretty fucking dumb in hindsight. At the moment, you were like, hey, this is good business. Hindsight, you're a fucking idiot. Feels good to just rant, you know? I like doing this stuff. Feels good to just fucking scream into my computer for an hour and then unplug and not give a shit. Let me check the internet. Let me see. Has Slot been sacked yet? Hold on. Apparently James Pierce tweeted something. James. No. He didn't fucking do anything. Bro, all these fucking news articles about Liverpool, the amount of people who get paid to cover Liverpool who are absolute fucking morons is mind-blowing. Liverpool's real issue is a lack of invention, not gaps in set pieces. Shut the fuck up. Fixing creativity must be manager's priority. Shut the fuck up. Sean Brooks of Camera Sport, you're a actually, that's the photographer. Big up Sean Brooks. Who the fuck wrote this? Hamza Kalike Lunat, you're a fucking idiot. Arnie Slot said we ran out of energy. Shut the fuck up, dude. How has he not been fucking sacked yet, dude? Listen, 100%. People want a scapegoat. Guys, none of the forward line has been good. Like, Cody Gakpo might be shit, but no one has been good consistently. None of them. Florian Wirtz looks like fucking ass. Salah looks like shit. Isak looked like shit. Gakpo looks like shit. Rio doesn't play. Chiesa doesn't play. But who, if every person up front looks terrible, where do you then look? I look at the midfield. Okay, how have the midfield been playing offensively? Gravenberch looks like shit. McAllister looks like shit. Jones looks like shit. Uh-oh. When they all look like shit, I can't blame any of the individuals. I can't. When everyone looks like ass, it's unfair to point to one, you know? Let me ask you something. If you had 5 kids, right? If you had 5 kids, if you had 5 children, and you left the house, and you come back, and the whole place is torn to shit. The whole place has been ransacked. You come back home, you left your 5 kids there, it looks like a war zone. Are you blaming one individual child, or are you looking at all 5 of them and saying, fuck you? You're probably looking at all 5. I would hope you're looking at all 5. That's not even the most shocking stat. We've won less than 30% of our last 18 games in the Premier League. We're on pace to finish on 59 points. There you go. There's your stat of the day. Liverpool, if nothing changes in the form, we're on pace to finish on 59 fucking points. We're on pace to finish on 59 fucking points. That's the reality of the situation. I don't think 59 points is getting you top 5. I'm just going to put that out there. Alas, we are in the cycle of madness now. When do we play next? I'm going to be wrapping up here shortly. I can feel a poop brewing. Wednesday, Liverpool versus Karabakh. You know, it's shocking that we're sitting in 4th place in the fucking Champions League. That's crazy to me. I'm in 4th fucking place. Boy, Napoli might not even make it up. Napoli might not even move on. Interesting. No, we're not signing anything this January. Not signing anything. We have an 87% win probability against Karabakh. 87% win probability. Watch us draw. Watch us draw. Funny thing is that if we draw, we guarantee. If we draw, we don't even guarantee top 8. We have to win. We have to beat Karabakh in 2 days' time. God, we're shockingly fucking bad. Oh, wind and rain on Wednesday. Yippee. Hooray. Either way, I've ranted enough today. I'm tired. No, 100%. I didn't think that we were going to sign anyone either. And I didn't think that Gahey was just going to wait around. I didn't think that Semenyo was just going to wait around. Yeah. We just had a youth player go down with a hamstring problem. It's great. It's amazing. I love it. I'm so happy. So excited. Big up the physio team. No, Gahey wouldn't have solved anything. Gahey would have been a signing for the future, but we still would suck. Semenyo would have been a signing for the future, but we would still suck. Also, did anyone see Gahey and Semenyo link up against Wolves? A nice fucking pass. Who are we blaming now? I have never changed who I blame. I have never switched up. I have kept the same energy from October until now. I have not made one pivot. It has and always will be Arne Slot's fault. Well, hold on. Now I got my fucking fire alarm going off because someone's cooking. 1 second, people. Sorry about that. Fire alarm went off. I don't know if were you guys able to hear that fucking beep? Why would I have been angry? I was not angry. I was not angry at all. Either way, I've kept my energy the same. It's Arne Slot's fault. And until Arne Slot is gone, the result will remain the same.
No. We're completely fucked. We're completely fucked.
You will, the second we sack Arne Slot and we bring in a new manager, guess what? You're going to see better performances. You might not see better results, but you'll see better performances. And why will you see better performances?
Not the kind of person to say I told us so, but you know what? I told us so. I fucking told her so.
Because I fucking told you so. And the reason why I told you so is simple.
All right, Gold Member. Don't play the laughing boy. There are only two things I can't stand in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
What?
And until the Dutch leave this football club, the situation will be the same. And by the Dutch, I mean the manager. I will not be live, most likely, until after the Carabao game. Maybe we'll do a watch along. If Arne Slot gets sacked, we will 100% do a watch along for the first game without Arne Slot. But we'll see. The game's on Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. But regardless of what happens for the rest of the season, the end result is most likely the same. We only have one man to thank for that, and his name is Arne Slot. Until the next time I see you, big up. Appreciate you. Big up, K-Mac. Big up, K-Mac. Appreciate you. Big up. I got to go take my morning shit. I'm out of here.
We're back! We're back! We're back! We're back! We're back!